Hello. Today was the release day for the first and second, I think, episode of The Boys Season 5. I have only seen the first episode making this. I can only handle so much of that show in one day. But I have a lot of opinions and a lot to talk about of this show. I want to talk about it, but I should start by introducing myself because I've never posted on here before. My name is Grayson. I'm 18 years old. And I like talking about books and movies and shows and comics and manga and anime and all that stuff. All that fun stuff. So, anyway, The Boys, Season 5. I guess I'll start with some praise. I do really respect that the show isn't afraid to be very blunt and very, very on the nose and very obvious. The allusions that they make and the criticisms they have are very, they're not hidden. They're very obvious, and like not catching up on a lot of the things this show is saying kind of just makes you watching the show with your eyes closed and earplugs in. So I have a lot of respect for that. I also do genuinely enjoy the show. Do I like it? Do I enjoy it? Yes. I think it's very engaging. I think it's fun. It's fun to watch. Like, I have a fun time while I'm watching it. And I think the plot is, like, it's engaging. It's good. It's generally a good storyline to an extent. The writing isn't horrible. The acting is pretty good. I enjoy the cinematography. What else? A-Train, still the best character, still my GOAT. I really enjoy A-Train. I enjoy A-Train a lot, and I always have. Who else do I really enjoy? I enjoy Carl Urban's acting a lot.
Your father's quite ill. Cancer's spreading fast.
You were not fast enough.
As well. And shout out Carl Urban for that. Now I'm going to start by talking about the politics of The Boys. Whew, where do I begin? Obviously, it is trying to be really radical and trying to make this big point about the government corruption and abusing power and stuff, but here's the thing, it's just very disingenuous. Like, first of all, in the beginning, I'm not going to criticize the show for getting so complicated over time, because that's normal. A show is continuing over multiple seasons, it's going to get more complicated. But in the beginning, it was like very anti-corporation, anti-establishment. It was saying major corporations are very corrupt and they're kind of exempt from the law, and so they can do these horrible things without any repercussions. And the superheroes were essentially a product. And that has evolved over time into being an illusion for corrupt government under late-stage capitalism, right? And so on the surface, it's really good. But here's the thing. Do you know who makes the show? Amazon! Amazon. The show is made by Amazon, the most mega corporation of all mega corporations. So, like, when Amazon is making a show that in the beginning has always fundamentally been anti-corporation, it's very disingenuous. It's very, very performative. And the politics over time too, the show doesn't really say anything. Like, it makes comparisons and it criticizes on a surface level where it like points out the absurdity and how just horrifying a lot of the issues it goes over is, but it doesn't really take a real stance other than government being bad, government abusing its power. Ooh, Trump bad. No shit. It's just trying too hard. The show is trying too hard without actual proper nuance. And this comes straight from the comics, so of course the show does this, and it obvious from what I've seen of the comics, because I don't want to read them. No, sorry, I don't want to read them. It does a lot for purely for the sake of shock value. Like, when the show is showing us insane gore or full frontal nudity or people shrinking them down to ant size and going into other people's penises and then sneezing and blowing up penises, like, it doesn't actually have a purpose other than for shock value. I guess it's supposed to be for comedy. No one finds this funny. Like, in season 4, when, with, Tech Knight, when Huey is disguising himself as that other, I can't remember, I'm bad with names, that superhero, and he's literally getting, you know, and it's supposed to be funny, and he's, like, talking, like, it's supposed to be funny? No, does anyone find this funny? Drop a don't do that. Actually, don't do that. Please don't do that. Keep that to yourself if you find that funny. But, or like, in the first episode, there's this character, this soup called Worm, whose ability is that he eats dirt. He eats dirt. And so they need him to get into the Vought internment camp that MM, Huey, and Frenchie. Sorry, I don't like Tomer Capone, and I'll get back to that. When they're digging the hole to get into the bunk, he takes off his pants, and he's like sucking the dirt in, and it's like spraying out his ass. Is this funny? Is this supposed to... Or are you making social commentary? Then what is the social... Is the social commentary... What? It's so stupid. It's just stupid. And it's just... I did give them the exact reaction they wanted, because I looked at the screen like this. Like that's what they want. They want you to react poorly to that, because they're trying to be edgy. They're trying to be edgy. They're trying way too hard to be edgy, and they're doing it for shock value and no other reason. Like, that's it. And maybe it's I could see if you're like, oh, it's like a fuck you to censorship, and they're doing whatever they want to prove that you can't limit freedom of speech. There's so many better ways you could do that. You could talk about, like, you could actually include plot lines about freedom of speech, whatever. I don't fucking know. That's not what they're doing. I guarantee you it's not what they're doing. And if they are, shoot. If they are, create a slander campaign against me. I don't know. And do you guys remember the soup, who's just, his power is just that he's a really long dick. And he's using it to, like beat the inmates at the internment camp and abuse them. And I saw that, and in my head I was thinking, I'm really glad that they didn't open the episode with full frontal nudity this time. And then, right after I was thinking that, all of a sudden he's beating a guy with a dick. Like, we're beating this guy with our long penis. And I just have to sigh, you know. Yeah. And back to the disingenuous politics is, with everything going on in the world right now, you probably know this already, Frenchie's actor is literally a former IDF soldier. Like, he's Israeli. IDF soldier. And this show, oh my god, this show is full of Zionists. It's insane. It's insane. They really love Israel. And Eric Kripke is insane. does not think men can be sexually assaulted, and we saw that all last season with Huey, where it's like he's literally, oh my god. And another character I want to talk about, Kimiko. Her learning, like her overcoming her trauma and learning to speak again was the natural progression for her character. I hate when they do such big character development off screen. Like, we come back, she's like signing to a kid in the Philippines, which is, I was like, oh, that's really cute. And then we reunite her with the boys, and all of a sudden she's talking fully coherently, confidently. Like, at least ease us into it, because we saw her yell and speak for the first time since all her trauma happened at the finale of last season. And then all of a sudden she's like cursing up a storm, confidently talking, insulting everyone. Starlight at one point makes a comment where she's like, you talk like you've been on TikTok. And like, yeah, yes, yeah, why? It's some of the dialogue, like the writing, the plotline writing, I don't think is bad. Just some of the dialogue they say, like when they're in the internment camp and Homelander is like patronizing Butch or whatever, and they have Frenchie and Huey, and they're like duct taped up. He goes through them and he's like, oh, you never told me his nickname was a mother's milk. And why? What are we doing? What are we doing? Back to praise though. When they do the like news scenes, the interview scenes, they did such a good job at capturing like the absurdity and the anger you feel when you see like when you're watching Fox News, like when you see clips of Fox News that are going viral of them talking so incorrectly about DEI or trans people or abortion or shit. Like, it's like I felt like I was watching Fox News, and in the past it was always like, it always seemed very cliche, but it didn't really change that much. But I don't know, something about like the way they did it this season just felt so much more entertaining and so much more real. And maybe that's because our political climate has gotten so much more comically absurd that it seems more like The Boys rather than The Boys has done a better job at like matching it. But I enjoyed those scenes in I was filled with rage way, you know? So I gotta give them that. What else? I like what they're doing with Ashley's character, I think. Obviously, I don't like Ashley. I don't like her. Or you're not supposed to like her. She's, kind of crazy. But, like, her being forced, throughout her story, she was, she was, like, an assistant or whatever, a secretary. And then she inherited this position of power that she was, like, lusting for a long, long time, and like ripping out her hair and shit. And now she's the vice president, and she realizes that like I don't actually have any power. Like, I'm kind of just a puppet. And you can tell she like very much doesn't want her role. But at the same time, it's like a drug to her, because she's very corrupt and very lusting for power. And we've seen that's been a very big theme throughout all seasons, is she sees what's wrong. And there's a part of her, like, you can tell that is, or what Va is doing wrong. And you can tell she's, like, hesitating, and part of her doesn't want anything to do with that. But the conscious part of her mind is just crazy for more power, and crazy to be on top and to have that name recognition. And so she enables Homelander. Like, Ashley is the sole reason that Homelander has evolved to the heights that he's at. And Homelander this season, I don't want to talk about him. I mean, like, I feel like there's a lot to be said, but I don't really have anything to say, you know what I mean? I haven't really decided on whether I like the way they're going with it. I hate Homelander as a character. Like, obviously I hate his person, I hate him, but like, I kind of always hated his writing. I think it's bad. Yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe. And all that other YouTuber stuff. And thank you for watching this video. So long.